Everyone today. We have two guests here who are going to describe what I think is going to be an annual occasion that really will focus on some very special needs and opportunities in our community. And I'd like to invite Mr. Keenan and Mr. DeHaven to come up and talk to us about their plans and get us energized for what I think is a terrific need in our community.
Sure.
So,
go ahead. You can go first.
Okay. I'm Tim DeHaven, and this is Brad Keenan. I, of course, have had a lot of health issues and lost a leg and all my toes and most of my fingers, etc., even part of a rib now. And I'm well on my way to making a new woman, but I don't know whether Joanne will cooperate exactly with that. But and Brad here is going through...
I've spent a year going through stage 2 colon cancer, and I'm on the final stages. I have an operation tomorrow, and hopefully that will be the end of my journey. But it has been a year of some trials and tribulations, and I've had a lot of help with a lot of friends and family, so things are going well now.
And Brad's local guy, played sports here, and of course I've been in Venice a lot of years, and when I was going through therapy, his wife was the head of my occupational therapy. So Brad and I guess you might say, became fast friends and
Absolutely.
kind of kept pushing each other. And Brad came up with this terminology, warrior mode, 24/7, 365. It's just a state of mind. It's a way of thinking. You can kind of explain that better.
Right. We came up with the saying and the positive mental attitude during the tougher times that I went through, and we decided to take our fears and a lot of our anxiety and put it behind us and start thinking in a positive mental attitude. And with friends, family, and now even strangers, with our Facebook, it has taken off and has really done some neat things, changed some people's lives, and has helped Tim and I tremendously with the support that we've had through just the philosophy that we live now.
Right. And so Brad had this idea about doing a day, because March is traditionally is colon cancer month.
Correct.
And we were going to do it actually on March 30th, but that's the day before Easter. And we wanted, it's going to be an outside type thing that's going to be occurring. And so we thought we had to maybe move it up to April 6th, Saturday after Easter. And it's going to be really where DeHaven's is situated. It's going to be kind of the headquarters.
Right.
But actually, literally every business on Shawnee Road and Cable Road are going to be, like that's near us there, are going to be participating. We're calling it Warrior Road. And we have Happy Days, Lulu's, Fat Jack's, Mara's, Jay's,
Right.
actually Arby's. The Rhodes brothers are helping, giving a percentage of their proceeds to the day. We have many, many sponsors.
Absolutely.
Sponsored, and we want to raise money for colon cancer patients and their families that have needs, and amputees and their families. And people probably would have a hard time believing this in this era of supposedly great medical care, but there's amputees out there that literally cannot get a new leg. This leg I have on right now is my 4th leg, and actually I'm doing a 5th modification right now. And as you might imagine, they're very, very expensive legs, and it costs a lot of money. So we actually have a prosthetist on our committee. We have another firm that's a prosthetic firm, and there are many people. I had a gentleman in my store, son is 4 years old, had a bad stroke. He's now about 9, has to use a brace. The boy is growing. And if you're getting the new braces, he cannot get any money. I says, all right, you can apply to our group. And we're putting all the money into Lima Community Foundation, which is a 501c3, so that the money is guarded for people that
Right.
are helping. And we think we'll raise a nice amount of money. And then we'll funnel those into, Brad is going to, I believe, put your money into Lima Memorial's, their cancer center. And then individuals can then apply for a grant, and then we have Cass Ministries, which is a Christian amputee support team. We will have people apply to them. We'll have an advisory board, and we want to keep the money local.
That's right.
That's basically what I'm going to say, and we don't want to have a lot of costs involved. I think for Lima Community Foundation to run the 501c3 costs us like 1%. So It's pretty low, and they're very respected.
Right. One of the events we're also going to have on Warrior Mode Day is we're going to have the first inaugural, we're calling it a Urban Athlon Adventure Run, which is, instead of your 5K, it is going to be a team-oriented run where it's kind of like the Amazing Race, where you're going to meet at Froat Park with your teams, and we have entry forms made up that you will have adventure runs throughout the day where you're going to different stations, accumulating points in a timely fashion, and then ending up back at Froat Park. And there will be winners awarded for 4 different divisions, and it's something that'll be community. Hopefully it'll take off in the community and be the first in Northwest Ohio. So it'll bring a lot of people from different parts of the state, we're hoping, and really get involved in the Lima area.
And it's actually, there's actually 5.
Oh,
you
okay.
You have to have at least 3 people on a team, 3 to 6 people. We have a male category, female category, co-ed category, family category, where one member of the team has to be below 10, and a warrior category, where one person could be that has a disability or handicap situation, or like me, or maybe even be in a wheelchair. We actually have a gentleman that's quadriplegic that's part of our committee. Wonderful guy, very inspiring guy,
Right.
named Corey Trenkamp, and have just fabulous. He just is an amazing person. I've never met anybody quite like him. And so we really think it's going to be fun, and it's going to go through the whole city of Lima. And this wellness thing for our community right now we know it's a big deal.
Right.
This is a great way to do some wellness, get involved. We'll have it in the road because we got the river walk. It's going to go clear downtown and throughout the community.
Right.
We're going to make it fun. And you can do as much of the race as you want, or as little of the race as you want. And it's just to have fun with your family. We call it a family fun day, and then we'll have we're going to have a beer garden out at our store. Like you say, all the restaurants are going to be involved. Ray's, Tom All's, Tuttle's, everybody really on our street. Better Breaks. We've got some great sponsors.
And
HCF.
For information, you can go to our site on Facebook, which is Warrior Mode, and it will have all the information that you can look up and give you information about the race and about all the activities we have.
So applications are there as well?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, one of your city workers, Jim Morrissey, as you know. Jim is a very active runner.
Helping
Now,
put
Jim
everything
runs
up.
in these races where they're like these 24-hour races, and we're not going to do anything that
We're a
crazy.
2-hour race.
But there actually are adventure races through many communities, but they're usually in larger cities. And I thought this would be fun. They are a lot of fun. I've done this before with my kids I coach. I coach cross country, and the kids loved it because it's going out. You actually have to use some strategy as a team, and you go to point, and we have judges. We have every PT and OT student from Rhodes College going to help us. We have students from St. Francis College coming to help us. Many. Lima Memorial has been fabulous. They're going to have us first aid stations and a lot of people helping that day. We have a nice group of people, I think a pretty broad range group, and every day it just seems unbelievable. We have different levels of sponsorship, and we're getting quite a few sponsors. I think we're going to raise a lot of money. We want to raise as much money as we can. It's the first time, but we want this to be an annual thing, and I think it's good for people to raise money, and it's good for our community, which I'm all for wellness, believe me. When you're a person with an amputee, you're basically, if you want to function for the rest of your life, you have to stay in good shape. No ifs, ands, or buts, or you will not be able to function. That's just really what my process says. I have to stay in good shape the rest of my life, and I have to work out every single week. And as he knows, this guy here is walking around with his colon out of him and going to go back tomorrow and get it reattached. He's a pretty tough guy, and it's not easy, and he don't act like a big baby. And we're trying to show people you got to have strength. But lots of people have issues in life. You could be, religious. You can be a religious warrior. You can be a warrior for a lot of reasons.
Right.
There's actually 50 mentions of warrior in the Bible. So it's and I've given a lot of talks to youth about it, and so has Brad.
Right.
Brad's been to Madison Square Garden. Honest to God, he has on this thing just in this last year.
Right.
And it's been quite a interesting thing, interesting journey. So we think we can have a lot of fun for people around the community and bring a lot of people from around the state here, and hopefully bring some business to the community too.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Well, thank you both.
Hey,
Thank
thank you.
you.
We appreciate your time.
And the Facebook page has all of the information.
That's correct. Go to Warrior Mode on Facebook, and it has everything you're wanting to know about this.
Okay.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Appreciate it
Brad,
very much.
Good
Thanks.
luck tomorrow.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dave.
Tim.
God bless. Yes, sir.
Well, this is I think, a great new opportunity for our community to come together and pitch in a way that is meaningful. I mean, we have lots and lots of people doing all kinds of things in our community that matter, and this is one more example of, I think, both the leadership that exists here as well as the generosity that the business community as well as individuals bring to these kinds of really significant needs. So we hope lots of people join in this inaugural year and just you kick it off with enormous energy and success. So thank you both. And that's all that we have for this morning, so we'll break down for interviews. Thank you.